Satisfactory is hosting an anniversary event. Ficsmas returns. Hint of a potential behind-the-scenes video at Coffee Stain Studios, and our first news and updates 1.2. My name's the Valhalla Pickle. I cover everything Satisfactory, and we have a lot to go through on today's video, since we'll be talking about the future of Satisfactory up until 2026. Timestamps, as always, are in my pinned comment. Starting with the anniversary event. This was announced yesterday and will be happening on the 10th of September, exactly 1 year after Update 1.0 launched. And yes, it's already been a full year. It's crazy how quick time's going past. Nothing specific was necessarily mentioned about the event, other than the confirmed release dates, but we can speculate. Speculate we did. Right here in the middle we've got the Satisfactory anniversary event. Everything in yellow is speculation, but everything in green is confirmed. So we have got new helmets coming into the game. We've got a cup holder helmet and a doggo helmet. This might not necessarily be added in the actual anniversary event. They have been teased, so it's kind of confirmed. Now let's get on to the chainsaw, because in one of the shots we saw all the weapons lined up along the wall on the left hand side, including the chainsaw. But why was the chainsaw there? Clearly it's not a weapon, unless it was. What if they made the chainsaw into some sort of weapon, where for example you can switch the modes? There's single mode, which is where you chop down one tree, there's range, which is where you chop down a bunch of different trees, and then there's a weapon mode where you can use it as some sort of melee weapon. Since we are lacking melee weapon variety in Satisfactory, maybe they'll add it, maybe not. Again, this is pure speculation. And again, the way that I think this will work best is if the chainsaw consumes fuel whilst being a melee, but it also makes it a rather good melee weapon here as well. I said the best melee weapon, it doesn't necessarily have to be. But everyone, after like 10 hours of playing the game, just uses the Xeno Basher. You unlock that after 10 hours, you then use it the next few hundred hours. So it gets a bit stale after that. So I think having another melee weapon could be rather cool. And potentially some chainsaw variants. Again, we're just chucking around some ideas here. Nothing here is concrete, nothing's necessarily correct, but it's just a couple of ideas. Definitely do let me know in the comments down below. What would you guys like to have in the anniversary event? Next up, we've got a new mixtape. The reason why I've added this is because of this screenshot from the Satisfactory video, where new mixtape is written in the background. However, I haven't really got any evidence for double the doggos, other than I would like to have some more doggos for the anniversary event. Moving on, we've got the bean balloon, again due to another screenshot where the bean balloon was indeed mentioned. This could mean there could be some sort of celebration happening in the anniversary event. I mean, I think of anniversaries, I think of celebrations, so that's definitely something that could be happening there in the future. That was really annoying me, I had to fix that. I haven't got OCD or anything, I just need to fix things that I find annoying, which I think everyone has. Regardless, a celebration theme would be great, including some fauna-themed cosmetics. The reason as to why I've mentioned this here, which might seem a bit random, is because on the April 1st of this year, we had a couple different fauna themes for April Fool's Day. So we know that they can do this, it's whether or not they're going to be doing it again. I think they might be. It's little things like adding a little party hat on top of the lizard doggo, or something else celebration themed onto one of the hogs, let's say, or a spitter. So that's always something that they could try and do. Additionally, linking back to the celebration, we've got something that I like to call gifts. So essentially, around the map, you can try and find these gifts hidden in caves, hidden in secret locations, or in difficult to reach positions. In these gifts, you can find some special items or some surprises, which will most likely be resources, things like 100 reinforced iron plates, or 50 rotors, or 5 supercomputers, little things like that, like nice resources that are hidden in certain parts of the map. And it would be quite nice if you were able to hunt for them with your object scanner. Again, like, the odds of this happening is so extremely low, but there's nothing wrong with a bit of speculation. Speaking of the S word, that's right, speculation, I believe there might be an overhaul regarding the hub. That is because, again, of this screenshot right here, where we can see neon-themed gameplay in the background, which looks rather interesting. Potentially a new minigame, that's definitely unconfirmed. Neon lights, there were lots of neon lights both in the console trailer and in a sort of snippet. That's why I was able to sort of link both of them together here. And also, a viewer mentioned this in one of my live streams, which I actually streamed rather recently, so thank you very much to everyone that tuned into that stream. But if you flush a coupon down the toilet, you can unlock a Cybertruck. And that also links us onto a toilet upgrade, again because of this screenshot, where you can see some toilet app open up in the background. This is mostly, but not all, speculation, but again, definitely do let me know, what would you guys like in the anniversary event. In addition to the anniversary event, we also got a quick mention of update 1.2. This will be something they'll elaborate on in the future. The rough date we got was sometime around October. I have got an update 1.2 video that I will be making soon, and it will go over all the features that I would love to see implemented. Something else that was also mentioned was Ficsmas, the annual Christmas event, which takes place in December. Again, I will have a full-on video closer to the date, but it's a fun event starting from the 1st of December, leading up all the way to Christmas, and it actually lasts all the way through to January as well. So just in case you do miss it due to work or school, don't worry, there's tons of time to complete it. There's loads of items that you can craft, unlock, or even find around the world, such as gifts, which descend from the heavens itself. And there's also snow, which is, well, it's just snow, isn't it? Overall, it's a good time, and it's a pretty fun event as well. Furthermore, we obviously got our big console announcement. In case you guys missed it, I have got 2 videos covering it, and a bunch of other Satisfactory content creators again have also covered it. But essentially, Satisfactory is coming to console on the 4th of November. This is when I personally believe Update 1.2 is also going to be releasing. It all sort of matches up in the dates, because we are going to get some Update 1.2 news sometime in October. We've got console coming out on the 4th of November, so the dates do align. Whether you play on Xbox or PlayStation, you can now get Satisfactory on the 4th of November, which is absolutely fantastic. Again, I've talked about the pros and, well, many pros and a couple of cons to this in a recent video, but feel free to check that out if it's something that you are personally interested in. In my opinion, this is fantastic news and a major Satisfactory addition leading up to 2026. Now let's talk a little bit more about some behind the scenes sort of things. Unfortunately, in the recent Satisfactory video, we were trying to be rather secretive about this. The reason as to why I think it could be a behind the scenes is because I think they've talked about it before as something that they want to try and do, so this should make sense. Here's the clip of Mikhail talking about it, and you'll probably see what I mean when I say they're being a bit secretive. Let's take a quick look.
Let's not beat around that bush, chat. When I am back from Japan, if I get back from Japan, let's talk about 1.2. And if you are kind to Jason while I am away, let's even, and I mean it when I say hint, but let's maybe even hint just a smidge about what also happens in this office.
I would absolutely love like a quick video, like how they actually make Satisfactory, like a tour of the studio. That could be really good fun as well. Maybe they've done one previously, but an up-to-date one would be great if they haven't done so already. So I am looking forward to this, and again, that will most likely be happening before 2026. So a nice little behind-the-scenes video, or potentially something else, we don't know, I'm just speculating there with that one. But either way, that would be rather nice to see. And who knows, we could get another update and some information about something else they could be working on. So there's a lot to look forward to in the build-up to 2026. All further news and updates will be covered on this channel, so feel free to subscribe if Satisfactory is a game you're interested in. Regardless, thank you for watching, Pioneers, stay safe, and Godspeed.